covered with TVs and large pinboards. At the back, a solid waist-high wooden bar ran the length of the room. From where Pio sat, the room looked like a living thing, full of movement and colour. It was the place to bet on the horses. There were a few men mulling around, and a woman was serving them from behind the bar. As Pio watched, he remembered his dad used to come here. He loved those horses, maybe the only thing he really loved. Strange that he died of a heart attack at the local racetrack. The memory made Pio sad, so he pushed it away almost instantly. In a drawer behind that bar was what Pio had come for. He studied it, working out how he could get the money. He ran his glove-covered hand over the rifle on his lap. An M1 from the Korean War he'd taken from the shed behind his uncle's house. It had been there for years, and no one would even miss it. When he was a little kid, he would stare at that rifle for hours, its simple grace leaving no doubt about its purpose. One time, when no one was watching, he'd pinched a few bullets during one of his uncle's target shooting sessions and hid them under his bed, feeling guilty for weeks that he would get caught. And for years, they had stayed there, wrapped in brown paper, waiting, as if the gods deemed this day was always going to come. In spite of everything that had happened in the last weeks, the rifle brought pure comfort. No one was going to stop him now, no matter what. Drops of cold rain landed on the windshield, and he rubbed the inside to clear the condensation. Dampness hung on everything like a blanket, and the sulphur smell was stronger than usual. A vent pipe sticking out of the ground by the pub belched out a cloud of the stink. It rose slowly and drifted across the front of the building and down the street. Pio hated that smell. For that matter, he hated everything this shithole of a town stood for. It all felt like a bad dream these last weeks, and he kept wishing for a miracle, but a glance at his watch told him the time was near. The time for miracles was over, and his future was right in front of him. These weeks had changed his life. This wasn't even his idea. It came from Tiki Johnson, head of the Bulldog gang. Most gang members were big, rough bastards, all leather and tattoos. Not Tiki. He dressed slick and wore a goatee that he kept perfectly trimmed. Pio first met him almost a year ago to the day to sell his first crop of dope to him. He had worked so hard to grow that dope, dropping out of school, living rough in the bush for months, focusing all his effort on doing it right. The only teacher he ever respected once told him, "Pio, you're smart. Find something you like doing and work hard at it." Like so many people in his life, the teacher had gone, but her advice stuck with him. Tiki gave him 14 grand for those drugs, more money than he'd ever seen, a window to a life away from this dreary existence. For months after the deal, he strutted around, feeling like a chief, thinking he had found his calling. Then Tiki, smiling and encouraging, lent him another 10 grand for the supplies to grow a bigger crop. And Pio obliged, walking into the trap like a total dumbass. 2 nights before the harvest, Tiki phoned, knowing that no one else could get him to leave his plants. "I need a favor, Pio. Can you get over to Mutter's to feed his dog for me? I promised, but I'm out of town. If he comes back and finds that dog hungry, he'll kill me." Mutter was an ogre of a man, mean and stupid, a bad combination. So it was a good lie. Pio took the bait, even though his gut told him the truth. He should have shot them.